it's very straightforward in the laws that there's an engineer of record that is the ultimate responsibility for how the structure of a building performs. So there's a structural engineer of record, an architect of record, an electrical engineer of record, and that engineer is going to sign and seal every drawing for a building that they are responsible for. And the entire team that designs it, manages it, all of it, they report to that engineer of record because that's the person responsible charge. And that word responsible charge is all throughout every law of every state because it holds that engineer responsible for the performance of that building.
So the engineer of record is usually a structural engineer.
For the structure of the building, yes. For the mechanical systems, it'll be a mechanical engineer, and they have their own engineer of record.
And what's the most important aspect of all of these different engineering practices when you're building or pretty much into a project? Is it the structure because of the safety, or now they all go hand in hand?
Well, it all goes hand in hand, and I use the analogy a lot of a building to a human body, and the aesthetics of it, how it functions. That's the architect's job to figure that part of it out. The structural engineer provides the skeleton, makes it stand up. So in an earthquake or in a wind event or wherever the natural hazards happen to be in that part of the world, the structural engineer makes sure this building can stand up to that. The heating and ventilation systems, the circulatory systems, that's all the mechanical engineer and the plumbing engineer, and the electrical engineer does the hard wiring for the neurons and all that, and they're responsible for the electrical part of the building. So we all have our responsibilities, but bringing those team members together to design a building that all functions together, that's the responsibility of the prime design professional, which is very often the architect.